Alright, that fixes that issue. I was on mute. Goddamn. I wonder if I could light a candle. Maybe if I light a candle. Oh no, let's try that. This is just being agitating as fuck. Enjoy the background while we're doing this, as technical difficulties seem to go. Fuck. Oh, I got a lighter in my fucking pocket. What do you know? Nah, I don't think that's really gonna work. See the candle? That don't work. My room is as bright as I can possibly get it, so I guess I'll have to probably turn my camera off. And we'll just have to go back to the old-fashioned way. So, give me a minute. Advanced settings. Do not include that shit. Oh, maybe. Yeah, no. Don't include that. Alrighty. Now then. Now, I just wasted 10 minutes of my fucking life trying to figure out how to get that shit to work, and it didn't. So, as long as it works for the VR set, I need to move that down. Now, as far as this goes, Gran Turismo, going back to what I was talking about earlier, great game, series, all in all. Unfortunately, with the Gran Turismo Sport, it comes with a mode for the VR system, but not really constant VR simulation. Now, I have played 160.3 miles. I have raced just today. This game makes it feel like they went back to their Gran Turismo 3. So those of you who know the series, Gran Turismo 3 was probably my favorite out of all of them that I've played up until this one. This one's got a wonderful VR set, and the VR system for a PlayStation, while very comfortable, is a pain in the ass to set up. There's so many cords. My room's a fucking mess because of it. So, there are a lot of different vehicles in this game, but like I said, they kind of went back to their original Gran Turismo 3 setting, which by far is my favorite. As you can probably tell, the music's been updated. It's basically just an updated version of Gran Turismo 3 with the multiplayer. Now, getting to the topic at hand, this is just an overall review. I'll probably go into a more depth review. But as it goes with the driving school, they definitely changed that. You've got your standard driving, and when you finish it, you can get a car. After, what, 8? Yeah, 8. I haven't quite gone through the intermediate set yet, but all in all, it's basically right back to the fucking Gran Turismo 3 settings for the driver tests. Final test being the ride around the track one lap circuit. Cars, I haven't quite done the missions of circuit yet. I haven't tried those out. After I try them out a little bit, I'll go ahead and give a review. The GT League, though, it's not based off of your licenses. Granted, if you get gold throughout your entire license section, or gold or silver, you'll unlock new cars. Probably available for purchase, or they are gifted to you. I don't know. I haven't done that yet. But as you go through, you will actually end up leveling up your person, or like over there at the top right, there is level 14. It's quite easy to get up to that point. I guess there's like a daily exercise, so it makes you want to come back in, so that way you can get a gifted new car or something like that. credits are only used for, and I have noticed this, they definitely tweaked the upgrade system. It is no longer an in-depth upgrade system. It is just a standard, they went back to the basic, basically. So, when you go to your vehicle, let me see if I can get that. Yeah, I already know all that. Go to your car settings. You can get really into depth with the modification of your car, aerodynamics and whatnot. But all in all, how you're going to upgrade your car is basically these two right here. These are your main upgrade, and if you notice, they don't take credits. They take mileage points. Mileage points are earned through various activities, such as just simply racing, leveling up, completing achievements. I've noticed, like, with the weight reduction ratio, the lower the rate, the better. Maybe if you want, I think, a better stopping power, but the heavier, the lighter the car, the better, because it handles better. Now, granted, that won't always be the case, because if you go off-roading in it, you probably want the car to be a tad bit heavier, just to get that little slide out. As far as power ratio goes, the higher your level, the higher you can rack up the power, which increases your horsepower and torque and whatnot. Very good. Kind of simple setup for those that are new to the game. For those of us that have played these games on and on, it kind of keeps us interested, makes it simple for upgrading it, and then just simply messing with something. But also, for those of us that are really experienced in this, we can mess with our tires, we can mess with, like, the ride height and stuff like that. So all in all, very good for those of us that are just an overall good way to introduce new players, as well as get returning players into the game. The graphics on the game are phenomenal. I have no questions about it. Granted, the VR headset could be a little bit better, but we're still in the beginning stages of VR. There's not even a whole lot of games out for it yet. Now, you can actually mess with and decal your car, which is something that's actually kind of new to me. I don't know if I can download. I haven't really fucked with this, but it seems to go really well. You can also change your driving gear. That's something else that seems new to me, but then again, they might have released it in the beforehand on the one before this. I think it was, what, Gran Turismo 6? But, you can customize your character, the racing suit, and profile pose. As you go through, you'll unlock more. View car. This will actually give you guys a good view of what the graphics actually look like. All in all, it is a wonderful way. You can see just even the slightest detail of it. It is perfect. The reflection of the sun, the headlights, the way the car looks. Obviously, I'm using a Mach 1 Mustang. That's actually been introduced in the latest update. You can see on the bottom there, on top of, above my Welcome to the Funhouse Possible Rage, racing games really do kind of piss me off a little bit sometimes if I can't get it right. But just look at the graphics of it in general. It is beautiful. Beautiful graphics, beautiful gameplay from what I've seen. It is actually very smooth. Unfortunately, I've noticed that, just like with all the Gran Turismo cars, there's no damage to the car while you're racing. And yes, you can actually use your touchpad to turn on your turn signals if you want to. Why you would want to do that in the middle of a race, I don't know. That's up to you. Just for shits and giggles type thing. But as you can see on top of that, they're also giving the background history to the company that made these vehicles, especially for the vehicle type that I have selected. Very in-depth on their description of various things. Now then, where was I at? because we got the graphics covered, we got all that. Mileage exchange, what the fuck's that? Oh. Oh, that's something new. So you can use mileage to purchase decals, helmets, and actually special cars. Interesting. Guess that's another reason why to save up your mileage points, other than upgrading your car. Now then, as far as liveries, I really don't fuck with that, but I know there's probably a lot of people out there that fuck with them, and actually you can do a lot of things with it. I'm pretty sure you can. We'll go ahead and run one quick campaign race so that way you can see how everything looks on just without a VR headset, and then I will go into arcade mode with a VR headset on, and that'll help give you guys a feel. Now, unfortunately, like I said at the very beginning of this video, you cannot run VR headset throughout the entire game. Unfortunately, that is just not an option for this game. I wish it was, but it's not. In order to do it, you gotta go to VR Tour, and then you can actually go look at a car while it's sitting there in a little stage, or you can actually go race the car. Obviously, racing is the one that I will be doing. So we'll go back to my campaign real quick, and we'll go to the GT League, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about with this setting. I believe I was in front wheel drive challenge. Yep, alright. As with like Gran Turismo 3, and I'm pretty sure with all the other ones, maximum power, minimum weight, maximum tire rating, and then limited front engine. Each race is different, and you'll come across various things. I'm going to use my Mustang Mach 1 because that's what I used in the last race. That way I don't have to fuck with anything. But the graphics in the game are by far amazing. Gran Turismo has always been really good on that, especially when I played Gran Turismo 6. That was really good, and Gran Turismo 5. I've actually got a screenshot on my PlayStation 3 from Gran Turismo 5. Beautiful, beautiful picture. I might do another picture for this Mustang Mach 1. Love that sound. Just love it. Gives you a good feel for the car. As I said before with the car settings, you actually can add sheets to go with the thing. It's really just a rather simple process. I don't really need to fuck with these because these are actually pretty damn decent. The only one I fuck with is I turn my transmission to fully customizable, and then I adjust my top speed to what I feel like would be best. Obviously, I'm not going to hit 199 miles per hour in a Mustang Mach 1. Granted, it could possibly do it if I really wanted it to. But unfortunately for this race type, I actually had to increase my power ratio. If I go any higher, it turns red and I can't participate in the race with this car. I actually gotta lower it. There's road, dirt, and drift. I don't really fuck with the drift. I haven't ran into a race where I actually had to drift, but I know this car would be wonderful for it. I have actually turned my settings down, changed those settings to where I can get the best simulation feel. But all in all, they're pretty fun races. As with any racing game, when you start off, you can actually try to get a feel for it. I would recommend going through the entire beginner set so that way you can get your 3 cars just for completing them, and if you really want to, gold them all out. And then if you want to go to intermediate, that's all up to you. I haven't done any of those yet. I've done 1 of the intermediate. So yeah, we've got our... All in all, it's pretty damn decent. You can actually, they added this in, messing with your track section. Oh shit, traction control system, brake balance, session best, radar, and course map. Really, I just try to keep an eye on this, just because of the fact that I really do like to, the faster my lap times, the more likely it is I'm going to win the race. Move, you motherfucker. I swear I get road rage so badly. But all in all, the racing system is actually pretty damn beautiful. Very smooth. No damage, though, like I said. That's unfortunate because then... But you do get rewarded for racing cleanly, which is nice. Stay on the track, don't really bump into people, and just all in all, race clean. Now, granted, not a lot of people will do that, obviously. I had a rough start at the beginning. But it is very simple, very fluent. Now, obviously I did fuck with my settings to try to give me a more easier feel for the game. Make it not as easy, but just overall make it fun. Obviously, with front-wheel engines, rear-wheel drive cars, they have a tendency to drift. Especially when you're running a Mustang Mach 1. They're heavy, they tend to be all around just a good drifting car. Not as good as, not granted, you could probably make it as good as an RX-7. Obviously, just let off the fucking... But, all in all, very intricate in its design, and I'm glad they brought this back. I did notice this was missing on the last few ones that I played. It's just been with an updated system, which is beautiful. I mean, it's nice that I can actually keep a hold of my entire checkpoint lap time. All in all, very good on their building from the ground up, I guess is what they said. Now, this will be actually the view that we end up running in the VR system, obviously, because it is going to try to make you feel like you are actually racing it. And I will stick that VR headset on after this to give you guys a review of that. I wish my camera would have worked, because then it would have been really interesting. I try to keep this as short as possible, but it's still going to go probably over 45 minutes. Quick reviews, though. All in all, good game. Wish it had a complete VR set for it, just like where you can do all races in VR, not just go into a single tour type section and do it that way. Hopefully they'll put out an update to where it'll allow you to. It can also run the T80 racing kit set, and that is I have one. It's very fluent, very easy, but I mean, some modifications might be in order for that. Just because I don't like the shifting sticks on the back of the steering wheel. While they look great, it's just not one of them things I'm interested in. But all in all, very fluent in its racing section, and like I said, mileage, points, price, credits, distance, experience, yada yada yada, same shit. Mainly an online game, so I would recommend, if you don't have internet, they still have the arcade mode, but you really can't do a whole lot. So we'll go ahead and exit here, and then I will unplug my mic, use my VR headset for the VR tour, and let you guys see that. Alrighty, let's go to arcade. Alright, give me a quick second here. Let me just get this shit set up.
Oh, fuck. Microphone switched to PS camera. Yep, I know. Let's go ahead and get this all set up. Turn that on.
Okay. I'm gonna review my surroundings. Okay, so VR headset is on. I don't know if you guys can see me moving that shit around or not, but we'll go ahead and do the VR tour. Okay, awesome. So that does work. Fucking messing with the VR system. Okay, so all in all, VR set. Gotta fucking mess with how it's set up. So we'll go ahead and do VR drive. These are the only two VR modes available. You can go into VR drive, make it easy. Should still be broadcasting? Yes, I am on air. Now then, tracks are actually quite beautiful. I like the Tokyo Expressway, East Outer. We'll go with Sunset. We'll make it easy. Garage cars. You guys already saw the inside of the Mustang, so we'll go with our... Oh, by the way, as you can tell at the bottom there, I'm actually looking at it. Gift cars. That's what I have received as a gift. I received this for the first 8, this for the second 8, that for the third 8. That was given to me for just starting the game, my very first car, and then that was given to me for the completing my daily exercise. I think it was like 64 miles, 26 miles, something like that. But all in all, we'll go with the Raptor. I do like the F-150 Raptor. You can also select your transmission type. I like to go with automatic. Sometimes I'll go on manual, but it's dependent. But all in all, beautiful view. As we load, I'll probably fuck with the settings of it. Crank that shit up. Beautiful sound. Now, like I said, they got rid of the very intricate upgrade system, so you really can't do much. If you want a very intricate upgrade system, just go for Need for Speed. But, yeah, power ratio. Okay, so it's already up there. Yeah, there we go. .168 top speed should be good. Now, of course, you can go more into depth with this if you really want to. But I really don't. Top speed's good enough. It's a good enough little fixation. Don't know why I'm doing that. It's gonna fucking fix itself anyways. Okay, let's begin. Now, like I said, it could be better. Oh yeah, just stick my Ford F-150 up against a fucking Lamborghini.
But yeah, this is just a simple race, and like I said, it actually looks pretty damn decent. Not too bad, makes a good feel. The race begin, shall we? Stay away from the guardrail. Now, like I said, the VR system could be better, but we're still in the very early stages of VR integration and shit like that, so... Ow, fuck. Don't know why I said ow. But all in all, like I said, it could be better. But all in all, this really does feel like those 4D type deals when you go to like those, like for instance, Scene 75 and stuff like that, where they've got the 4D, you put on the glasses. Great feel to it. Very comfortable headset. Very decent. Definitely a lot of work still needed for them, but I'm pretty sure they'll fucking fix that. Here comes that fucking hairpin. Pretty sure if you saw the my camera was working, it worked really well. Where the fuck did he go? Yeah, I can't see behind me. I could do that in Mustang. All in all, very fun. A good way to kind of kill time. Probably should have increased my top speed. Here he comes. Great. Fly. Obviously, with the upgrade system, it makes it pretty damn decent. I mean, for instance, I'm beating a fucking, what looks like a Lambo. I know it isn't a Lambo. It's a fucking specialty type car bullshit. But all in all, just... back so far. Okay, got it. I wonder... Oh no. I'll probably check this out. No, all I see is his leg. So, his foot's basically always on the gas. Alright, that makes sense. I mean, it is actually a pretty good feel. Sometimes, like I said, could be better, but I mean, it's a VR headset. What are you going to expect? And I should have picked it earlier. Away from the wall. There he is. He'll catch up to me. And here comes the finish line and finish. So there's that. And that gives you guys a little bit of a view for how the VR system works. In this game, at least. In some other games, it might be better. But I mean, it is what it is. Go ahead and exit that and give me a sec.
Yeah. Keep going on with the fucking bleeping.
So, all in all, that's really my review on this entire game. The VR set's pretty good, very comfortable, and looks amazing. For something of this time, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done. We're not going to be going into SAO time anytime soon. Maybe in the next 5-10 years, maybe, unless technology takes off, and in which case we might actually be, hopefully not like SAO where everyone's in a fucking death game, but that's besides the point. But yeah, that's basically my review for this game. Great game, great graphics. Definitely should put VR for everything, not just like a tour where you can just do a 3D driving experience for one race, or, you know, walk around a car, which, I mean, great, but if you're going to make a game for VR, you gotta make it to where you can do VR for everything, not just one section. Like I said, hopefully they'll put up a post or update that'll make it available, but it is what it is for now. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll probably do some more reviews on the VR system as I get more games that have it, and probably fix my fucking cameras to where it can fucking see me, and then you guys can actually watch me fucking be a dipshit with the VR headset on. But that is my review. Vehicles. I almost forgot. Brand Central credits, this is what you use your credits for. That is the only thing you use credits for, is to buy your cars. Now, obviously, you got American, Europe, and Asia Pacific, or, you know, depending on what brand you prefer, depends on whether or not you actually got good cars. Obviously, I like all cars, but Ford and Shelby are my main ones. Jaguars are really good. We do have the 06 Ford GT, and just all around good cars. The only reason why I had the Ford Focus anyways was because of the beginner's trial front engine, front wheel drive. They got some really good classic cars in here as well, like the Corvette Stingray convertible, the classic. Camaro, not really a whole lot. It became less, like I said, became less of like collecting cars. Granted, there's a lot of cars you can collect, you just gotta have a shit ton of credits. But it's more about the race, more about that racing, and I'm glad to see Gran Turismo is like that again. Granted, like I said, it does have its quirks, and the VR tour and whatnot are a pain, but that is what it is, and you really can't complain about it. But that is my review. All in all, would I recommend this to someone who's played Gran Turismo and is a fan of the series? Yes, I would. Would I recommend the PlayStation VR? Yes. It is expensive, but and hell of a setup. Quite simple. They give you a big ass book to help you, but would this game be perfect for VR? VR Tour is great. You can do so much with the VR. They could have done so much more. I want them to do more. I'm wanting more is what I want. Now, recommended for new players? Yes. I would highly recommend Gran Turismo for those of people that like racing games, and like racing games that are simulations, like really in-depth simulation. Granted, the rally could have done better. A little bit different but at the same time, they're focusing on everything, not just rally like some of these other car games, racing games, but all in all, good game. Definitely rating system about a 8 out of 10 for me. Rating with the VR, it drops to about 6 out of 10 only because of the fact that they did not give everything a chance to be VR, just one VR tour. But that is my review. I hope this is actually very helpful. I gave you guys a preview of what a race is and racing in the VR system. Very fun, but definitely could have done better for the VR. Well, that has been my review. This is Lucifer, or Blindshot745, depending on how you know me as, signing off, and I hope you enjoyed this little long video. And I hope to see you guys next time when I decide to do another review. Ciao.